Hey everyone, I want to talk this week about anxiety and picking up on other people's stress and how to create healthy boundaries for yourself so that you are not unnecessarily tuning into someone else's mood and having it then detrimentally affect your well being. And I'm doing this because in the United States we have Thanksgiving, and that means a lot of people are going to be getting together with their family. Now, you can also use these techniques in any area of your life. I used them when I lived in London and I would commute on the tubes. So you can use it in a crowded situation. You can use it if you're around a boss or any person that causes you particular stress. So this is universal tips that you can use for yourself. Now, one of the things I want us to think about is when we are getting together with our family members. For some people, that can be really, joyous, and they're looking forward to the downtime. For other people, it can be stressful, and it can trigger anxiety and a sense of tension. So in either way, you can use these tips to become more present, more calm, relaxed, and have a more joyful experience when you are with other people. And so we want to really lean into Thanksgiving. If you're not having Thanksgiving, just lean into who's ever challenging you and is there by your teacher. Lean in and help it to actually aid you in your self-healing journey and aid you into becoming more of who you really want to be, and help it to really help you to blossom, basically. So Eckhart Tolle has a great quote, and he says, "If you think you're so enlightened, go and spend a week with your family." And what I love about this quote is that it is so true that the people who know us the best, the people who have known us since we were in diapers, of course, we're going to have the most sensitivity to. Our memory is going to pick up on all of their subtle things, and they're going to pick up on ours, and we're going to sometimes run into each other because we have so much fertile growth with these people, with these fellow souls. And so we really want to look at it more as an opportunity to, when we're interacting with our family, to not shut down and to put the defensive walls up, to actually become more present and show up more and say yes to the situation, and deepen greater into our hearts and presence of love. So these are a few things that I do that you might find helpful. First one being is to pull in your energy field. So every living thing has an electromagnetic energy field, and the heart is the largest one in the human body. It's about 5,000 times more powerful than the brain's electromagnetic field, and the Heart Math Institute measured it to radiate about 8 to 12 feet outside of our physical bodies. So our field is very intelligent, and it has many different purposes, and one of its functions is to assess and monitor the frequency of the environment that it's in. It's assessing is it safe, it's picking up on other people's moods and consciousness, and so it's working all the time. And when you're squished together with a bunch of people and a bunch of relatives, your field can be really working extra hard because it's monitoring so many more different fields that it's in to try to assess, is this safe, is this not safe, is this mood, how should we respond to this mood, do we need to be opened or closed? And so it's responding to things before you're even consciously aware that it's happening. Now for me, I don't necessarily want to be having my fields interact with everyone's energy. If I know that human beings are human beings, they're each having their own mood, they're having their own perception, they have their own life stress happening, and I don't need to absorb it, and I'm consciously aware that I don't want to, and so I make that choice. So what I do is I intend and I pull my energy field in, and I pull it into about here. That just is where it feels good for me. And the moment that I do that, And I want you to know it is as easy to do as intending it. This field is who you are. It is part of you. Just like you can intend to move your hand, you can intend to pull in your energy field and just practice. So what happens for me is I notice that immediately I feel more calm and my breath deepens because I have given my field a reprieve from um, working and assessing the energy around me. And I'm giving it a break and I'm saying, it's okay, I'm going to pull in and we can be calm and relaxed right now. And so when I pull my energy field in, then I like to anchor into source and into spirit's unconditional love. And for me, that's just connecting into that feeling of love. If I need to think about something, for me, it can be nature. It can be when I swam with a dolphin. For you, it might be your children. It can be anything for you, anything that helps you connect to something that feels the truth of who you are and what matters most to you, and brings you into that space of peace and serenity and love. So you can try that, and that's going to be unique to each person. So then there can be kind of a lot happening around me, but I'm in a completely different, I'm showing up in a completely different way, in a way that feels good to me. And because I feel good, then I can be more open-hearted, more compassionate, more loving, more vulnerable, more real with the people that I may not get to see very often. And that's important to me. So that's a benefit of taking care of yourself. Now, the second piece is affirming that you are safe, because you might be around people whom you were young and you weren't as empowered with, and so being in their energy field, our field is very intelligent, so it remembers everything, and it can remember the energy of somebody that we grew up with, and might be sensitive or on edge around their moods. And you may not consciously be aware of what's happening, but your field is alerting your nervous system and your heart rate, and there's a cascade of events happening. So if you really truly are safe and everything's well and you're just on edge and you want to shift that, you need to tell your body the truth. So I like to say truth statements. So I pull my energy field in, can anchor into peace. And then if you're noticing that you're still a little bit preoccupied with something, or you're just not in your Zen space, or you're just distracted by something, you can tell your body, in this moment, I am safe. In this moment, all is well. You can take a nice deep breath in and exhale and let it go. And you are telling your body, you're teaching your body, it's okay, I'm safe, you're fine. And it's amazing how simple that statement can be to help your body just say, oh, okay, we're good. Okay, and the third one is, let me think about it, what did I have? Oh yes, gratitude, Thanksgiving. Okay, so even if you're not having Thanksgiving, certainly generating gratitude they say, is one of the healthiest things, and it puts the body into a very harmonious state, chemically, hormonally, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So it is a very healing state for the body. And Wayne Dyer, our beloved teacher who recently passed, has a really beautiful quote when he said that, "Go for it now, the future is promised to no one." So I'd like to really intend for this video to be where we go for it now, and we know from a place of integrity that we are not promised another holiday with our loved ones. We are not promised more time. So let's go for it now. Let's show up, and instead of putting up armor, and instead of defaulting into being annoyed by certain people's behaviors, let's see past the armor within ourselves and the armor of others, and try to connect from heart to heart, to see our shared humanity, to see that the love that created us is created everyone, and to see the strengths of others, to see how they're trying, to see past, if they have a rough exterior, to see their vulnerability underneath that and what they're trying to protect, to see the funny quirks that every human has, and to celebrate that, to enjoy it, to not take things personally, but if you need to see it from a humorous level, see it from a humorous level. So to really cultivate that sense of gratitude, and show up, because it'll make for a more memorable, refreshing, healing, fun gathering, rather than a stressful one, and playing a broken record of getting annoyed by little subtle quirks. Like, who cares? We all have them, every one of us. Okay, so I hope this was helpful for you, and I'm sending you love and strength for your self-healing journey, and happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Cheers.